On the night of September 6, 2025, Ukraine faced its largest drone assault since the war began. Russia unleashed a relentless swarm, aiming to overwhelm air defenses and terrorize civilians across Kyiv, Kherson, and Zaporizhia. Air raid sirens blared as the sky lit up with interceptor missiles and fiery drone explosions. The sheer volume meant some drones inevitably broke through, a chilling calculation by Moscow. This was psychological warfare, an attempt to break Ukraine's spirit and show the world Russia's capacity for escalation. Yet, as dawn broke, Ukraine stood battered but unbroken, counting its losses and steeling its resolve. The message was clear: the war had entered a new, more terrifying phase. This attack was not an isolated event, but the latest escalation in a war stretching back to 2014. As drones filled the skies, President Zelensky had just rejected a hollow peace offer from Putin, insisting Ukraine would negotiate only as a sovereign nation. The drone barrage felt like a direct response, a show of force meant to punish defiance. Intelligence suggests Russia is preparing for a major autumn offensive, using drone strikes to probe and weaken Ukrainian defenses. Meanwhile, the West prepared new sanctions, and global leaders debated how to end the conflict. Russia's message: it remains undeterred by international pressure and ready to escalate. The world watched as Ukraine braced for what comes next. For millions in Kyiv, the night was a nightmare of explosions and falling debris. The city, once bustling and alive, was transformed into a landscape of fear and uncertainty as the sky lit up with fire. Each blast echoed through the streets, shattering the fragile sense of normalcy that residents had clung to. Intercepted drones rained fiery fragments onto homes, turning apartment blocks into infernos. Families scrambled to escape, clutching loved ones and whatever possessions they could carry. The relentless barrage left entire neighborhoods engulfed in flames, their lives upended in an instant. First responders rushed through smoke and rubble, searching for survivors. Their courage was matched only by the determination of ordinary citizens, who joined in the desperate search, hoping to find friends and family alive beneath the debris. At least 3 civilians died: an infant, a young woman, and an elderly resident, each a symbol of Ukraine's suffering. Their loss is felt deeply, not just by their families, but by an entire nation mourning the innocent lives stolen by war. 11 more were injured, their wounds a testament to the night's terror. Hospitals overflowed with the wounded as medical teams worked through exhaustion to save lives and offer comfort to the traumatized. Across southern and eastern regions, air raid alerts and power outages deepened the chaos. Darkness blanketed entire cities, leaving families isolated and afraid, unsure when the next attack might come. The psychological toll was immense, families huddled in shelters, enduring a relentless assault on their sense of safety. Children clung to parents, their eyes wide with fear as the world above them erupted in violence. Russia's strategy is clear: make daily life an act of endurance and punish civilians for their nation's resistance. Every trip for water, every moment spent waiting in line becomes a test of resilience and hope. This is terror as a weapon, pure and simple. It is a campaign designed to break the spirit of a people, but in the face of devastation, Ukraine's resolve endures. Ukraine's air defense crews fought heroically, launching interceptors into the night sky. Each alert meant another scramble, another tense moment as crews raced to track incoming threats. The darkness was broken again and again by the flash of missile launches, a testament to their relentless vigilance and determination. Their task: shield cities from a barrage designed to overwhelm and exhaust. Every night brought new waves of drones and missiles, testing the limits of both technology and human endurance. The defenders worked tirelessly, knowing that even a single failure could mean devastation for the people below. The Russian tactic of saturation forced defenders to make impossible choices, rapidly depleting expensive interceptor missiles. With each attack, commanders had to decide which threats to prioritize, often with only seconds to act. The pressure was immense, and the cost of mistakes was measured in lives and infrastructure. While many drones were shot down, some debris still caused deadly destruction, a sign of the immense strain on Ukraine's defenses. Fires raged in the aftermath, and emergency crews worked through the night to save lives and salvage what they could. The scars left behind were a stark reminder of the stakes. The defense relies on a steady flow of Western systems like Patriot and NASAMS, but every drone is cheap, every interceptor costly. This imbalance means Ukraine must constantly seek new supplies, while Russia can afford to keep up the pressure with waves of inexpensive drones. This economic imbalance is central to Russia's strategy of attrition. By forcing Ukraine to spend millions to stop attacks that cost far less to launch, Russia hopes to wear down both resources and resolve over time. The attack exposed vulnerabilities and underscored the urgent need for more support. Every damaged system, every exhausted crew member, is a reminder that Ukraine's defense is not limitless, and that international aid remains critical. In this high-stakes battle, Ukraine's defenders must be perfect every time. Russia needs only one breakthrough. The outcome of each night shapes the fate of entire cities, and the world watches as Ukraine's resolve is tested again and again. The September drone assault marks a turning point in modern warfare, signaling a new era where technology and strategy collide in unexpected ways. No longer are drones just tools of surveillance, they have become the very symbols of a shifting battlefield, capable of inflicting devastation from afar with chilling precision. Cheap, mass-produced drones now define the battlefield, challenging traditional military doctrines and forcing armies to rethink their tactics. The sheer volume and accessibility of these machines have made them a game-changer, leveling the playing field and making high-tech warfare available to many. Ukrainians responded with defiance, not panic, social media filled with images of destruction and calls for resilience. In the face of relentless attacks, communities rallied together, sharing stories of survival and hope, determined to show the world their unbreakable spirit. Politically, the attack hardened support for Zelensky's refusal to negotiate under threat, and deepened mistrust of Russia's intentions. Ukrainian leaders stood firm, while international allies voiced stronger support, recognizing the stakes of giving in to intimidation. Globally, militaries are studying Ukraine's ordeal, racing to develop affordable countermeasures against drone swarms. Defense experts are collaborating across borders, testing new technologies and sharing intelligence to keep pace with the rapidly evolving threat. The war has become a laboratory for 21st century conflict, shaping future strategies worldwide. Every battle, every innovation is scrutinized for lessons that could define the next generation of warfare. Russia's commitment to a long war of attrition is clear, blurring the line between battlefield and home front. Civilians are increasingly caught in the crossfire as the conflict seeps into daily life and the cost of war grows ever more personal. As long as terror remains a tactic, peace will remain elusive, and Ukraine's struggle will echo far beyond its borders. The world watches, knowing that the outcome here could shape the future of conflict, diplomacy, and the very meaning of security for generations to come.